Young man, pause for a second. Reflect on the last time you found yourself second-guessing, wondering if that woman truly wanted you, or if you were just passing time in her day. I know the feeling, the endless rewinding of conversations in your mind, trying to decode every hint she left behind. It's exhausting. It drains you. And most importantly, it chips away at your confidence. But here's the truth. Women are not as impossible to understand as people make them seem. When a woman genuinely wants to give herself to you, she won't leave you guessing. She will always ask about two things. Always. This isn't random. It isn't by accident. It is deliberate. And if you, as a man, aren't awake, if you aren't fully aware of your own value, your own worth, your ability to see clearly, you'll miss it. You'll remain in doubt while the chance for a meaningful connection slips away. This isn't just about intimacy. It's about reclaiming your power. It's about knowing when a woman sees you as more than a friend, when she desires you, when she's ready for something real. By the end of this message, you won't just know what to look for. You'll understand how to stand firm in your truth as a man who is wanted, respected, and unforgettable. Men, pay attention. One of the biggest myths you've been sold is that women are confusing, that their signals are mixed, that their intentions are always hidden, that you need to read minds to figure out if she wants you. That is false. A woman who desires you will always reveal it, and she will do so in ways that are unmistakable, if only you're willing to notice. Attraction is not a quiet force. It doesn't whisper in shadows. Attraction wants to be felt. It wants recognition. It wants to be acknowledged. Think about this. When a woman is drawn to a man, her instincts won't let her hide it entirely. Her body language shifts. Her voice softens. Her gaze lingers. She leaves space for you to step closer into her world.
She wants you to see it.
She needs you to see it. The problem is, many men are so consumed by doubt, so trapped in insecurity, that they miss it. They convince themselves she's just being polite. They assume her questions are casual. They interpret her attention as meaningless, her care as ordinary. Let me tell you this. Women do not expend energy on men they do not want. If she leans in, asks, engages, checks in, it is intentional. Desire is shown in actions, not words. She may never say outright, "I want you," but she will show it. She will start conversations. She will find ways to stretch the time you spend together. She will open doors to intimacy without saying a word. Here's the deeper truth. If you fail to recognize these signs, you rob yourself of your own masculine power. Desire is never hidden. It is waiting for you to claim it, step into it, and respond with confidence. Subscribe now and make sure you don't miss the next insights that will change the way you see attraction forever. So stop telling yourself that women are impossible to figure out. Stop pretending you can't see the signs right in front of you. Start recognizing desire for what it truly is, expressed, deliberate, undeniable. When you finally see it, you won't have to chase. You won't have to plead. You'll understand that a woman's longing is already being communicated. It's just waiting for you to notice. A woman who genuinely wants you will always find a way to ask about your time. Pay attention because this is never casual. When she says, "What are you doing later?" or "When are you free?" she isn't simply making small talk. She is opening a door. That question is her invitation. That question is how she makes space for you in her world. Think about it. Time is the most precious resource we have. We give it only to what we care about, to those who bring value to our lives, to what makes us feel alive. A woman who isn't interested won't bother asking about your schedule.
Why?
Because she doesn't care how you spend it. But a woman who desires you is already imagining herself within that time. Here's the mistake too many men make. They treat these questions as surface-level curiosity. They shrug them off. They answer casually, or worse, they don't see it at all. They fail to realize that when she asks about your availability, she is sending a clear message. I want to be included. I want to matter. I want to share my world with you. And here's the deeper truth. When a woman wants your time, it's not just about an activity. It's about connection, intimacy. She wants to see if you prioritize her. She wants to know if she matters enough for you to carve out space in your life. Time is the ultimate test of desire. It reveals what or who is important. So, young man, ask yourself, are you awake enough to recognize it? Or are you still walking blind, thinking women hide everything? Because a woman who truly wants you will never remain silent. She will ask about your schedule because she wants to be part of your life. And here's the key. If you are a high-value man, you don't react with desperation. You don't drop everything to prove yourself. Instead, you notice the signal, you acknowledge it, and you create space on your terms. That balance is what makes you powerful. That balance transforms curiosity into real desire. Remember this, your time is your life. If she's asking for it, she wants more than a conversation. She wants you. Pay attention. This may seem subtle, but it carries enormous weight. When a woman desires you, she won't only inquire about your schedule, she will care about your comfort. She will ask if you're tired, if you've eaten, if you made it home safely, if you're okay. You might think this is just politeness, just kindness. But let me tell you, women don't extend that level of care to men they don't desire. Comfort is intimacy. Comfort is attention. It's closeness. When she checks on you, she is doing more than asking simple questions. She is showing that your well-being matters to her, that your energy, your mind, your body are important to her. She is essentially saying, I am invested in you. Many men overlook this signal because society teaches them that women are either all in or not interested. But true desire often shows up in these gentler, nurturing gestures. A woman who doesn't care about you won't text, "Did you get home?" She won't ask if you ate today. She won't remind you to rest. But a woman who wants to merge her life with yours? She will. Here's the deeper truth. Comfort is her way of preparing the ground for intimacy.
Why?
Because no woman wants to give herself to a man who seems drained, distracted, or disconnected. By asking about your well-being, she's checking if you're ready. Ready for her, ready for connection, ready to receive her affection. High-value men understand this. They don't brush off her concern as ordinary. They recognize it as a deliberate sign of interest. And here's the twist. This isn't about dependency. She isn't mothering you. She's not trying to control you. She's expressing desire in the way women naturally do, through care, through protecting the space that exists between you. So the next time she asks, "Are you okay? Did you eat?" Don't dismiss it. Don't shrug it off. See it for what it is, an opening, a green light, a subtle but unmistakable way of showing, I want you, and I care enough to make sure you're ready for me. Never mistake her attention to your comfort for casual politeness. Desire always reveals itself through care. One of the biggest mistakes men make is confusing noise for signals. The world is filled with noise, casual smiles, polite chatter, empty gestures. But signals? Signals are intentional. Signals are the quiet, deliberate ways a woman communicates her interest. And this is exactly where high-value men distinguish themselves. They don't waste energy chasing noise. They zero in on the signals. Most men spend time guessing, overanalyzing, projecting their desires onto women who are not giving anything real back. They mistake friendliness for attraction, attention for intimacy, politeness for desire. That's why so many end up frustrated, rejected, and emotionally drained. They are chasing illusions. But the man who knows his worth, who carries himself with respect and confidence, sees the difference immediately. He understands that when a woman truly wants him, she won't stay hidden in the shadows. She will ask about his time. She will care about his comfort. She will open doors for him to step closer. She will not leave him guessing. And here's the truth. High-value men don't beg for clarity. They don't overwhelm a woman with questions like, "Do you like me? Are you interested? Do you want me?" They read the signs. They recognize the signals. And because they are grounded in their own value, they respond with calm confidence, not desperation. That's the key, confidence. A man who knows his worth doesn't panic when he notices a signal. He doesn't rush. He doesn't fumble. He doesn't overthink. He steps into the moment with clarity. He allows her actions to reveal the truth, and he mirrors it with masculine certainty. If you want to transform your dating life, Stop drowning in the noise. Stop pouring energy into women who give nothing intentional back. Focus on the signals, the consistent, deliberate cues that reveal real desire. Because the man who reads them clearly doesn't chase, doesn't beg, doesn't doubt. He moves with certainty. And that certainty is what makes him irresistible. Noise is confusion. Signals are clarity. High-value men live in clarity. Let me share something every man needs to understand. Intimacy is never just physical. It may begin with chemistry, with sparks, with attraction. But lasting desire is built on something much deeper, emotional connection. And for a woman, this is the hidden doorway. If she asks about your thoughts, your dreams, your struggles, or your victories, know this. She's doing more than making conversation. She's building a bridge to your heart. A woman who only wants attention stays on the surface, laughing, bantering, keeping things light. But a woman who truly desires you? She wants to know what moves you. She asks questions that peel back the layers. How was your day? What do you hope for in the future? What's been on your mind? These are not idle questions. They are keys that unlock the emotional space leading to intimacy. And here's the reality. These are not idle questions. They are keys that unlock the emotional space leading to intimacy. And here's the reality. A man who overlooks this will miss his greatest opportunity for connection. Too many men focus only on physical signals, body language, touch, flotation, while ignoring the emotional cues, which often indicate desire far more clearly. If she invests in your story, listens closely, remembers the small details you shared days ago, brother, she's not just being nice. She's choosing to step closer into your life. High-value men understand this. They know emotional intimacy is what separates fleeting encounters from real desire. Share in the comments one moment where a woman showed you care. It's more than just a message. It's a signal. They recognize that when a woman opens up emotionally, she's essentially saying, I want to connect with you beyond the surface. And here's the truth. Once a woman feels safe with you emotionally, she will naturally let herself open physically. The emotional door is always the pathway to the physical one. So never dismiss her questions. Don't brush past the moments where she's showing genuine curiosity about who you are. This isn't idle chatter. It's an invitation. She's not just inquiring about your world. She's attempting to step into it. Remember this. For women, the body follows the heart. If she is building that emotional bridge, she isn't just being polite. She desires you. And the man who sees it, who values it, who cultivates it, will never need to chase intimacy. It will naturally gravitate toward him. The hidden gateway to her desire is emotional connection. Pay attention because this is where most men lose themselves. The difference between the man who gets the woman he truly wants and the man who constantly feels rejected is not luck, it's not looks, it's not money. It's awareness. Too many men operate from neediness. They chase, they beg, they overextend themselves, believing that if they push hard enough, she will finally notice. Let me tell you something. Neediness kills attraction faster than anything else. A woman does not want to feel like she is your only lifeline. She does not want to carry the weight of your happiness. Operating from that place suffocates her. It makes her feel trapped, and desire cannot thrive in captivity. What draws her in is a man who is awake, aware, and confident enough to notice her signals without clinging. Awareness means observing her actions as they are, her questions about your time, her concern for your comfort, her desire to connect emotionally. You see it, you recognize it, and you respond without collapsing into desperation. Instead, you move with calm. You respond from strength. You remain grounded in your life, your purpose, your value. That is where true masculine power resides, not in chasing, but in choosing. Not in begging, but in recognizing. When you are aware, you no longer ask, does she like me? Instead, you feel it, you know it, and you move with certainty. Awareness creates clarity, and clarity allows action. Here's the reality. Women are instinctively drawn to men who can stand firmly in their own power. A man who doesn't panic when desire is offered, who receives it calmly, who does not require validation from her but already knows his worth. He is irresistible, precisely because he is rare. So keep this in mind. Your power is not in chasing, not in proving, not in pleading. Your power is in awareness. Awareness of her signals. Awareness of your own value. Awareness that desire is never hidden. Neediness blinds you. Awareness liberates you. And a free man, truly free, is always attractive. If you're seeing this and realizing how much clarity can change your connections, give this video a like. It tells me you're ready to step into your power. And I am Jane, here to guide you through these truths because so many men miss them.